Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. We are back with another United Daily Live, the place where we wrap up all the latest Manchester United news, headlines, and transfer rumours in every single day as well. Monday to Sunday, we are here on AdamMcKola TV. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, you're liking, you're commenting, you're sharing, and of course, you're joining if you can as well. Today, we are discussing Jadon Sancho's future yet again, one of the hottest topics in football at the moment, and a topic that's going to rumble on for months and months and months until the transfer window arrives and he finally leaves Borussia Dortmund. That is if it is this summer, because there are reports coming from AS that Real Madrid have entered the race to sign Jadon Sancho with a view to bringing him to the club in the summer 2021. So they want to bring him to Real Madrid next summer. Is that something he is up for? Where do these reports come from, and what else are these reports saying? We will get all of that good stuff very, very shortly, as well as looking at the news that the Premier League has confirmed that clubs can play and participate in friendlies ahead of the return of football. Saul announcement is not a transfer. Many people were excited it was going to be a transfer. I assured you it wasn't, and look what happened. It wasn't a transfer. And of course, we'll look at that news as well, linking United with the move for Kai Havertz. We're apparently leading the race. That is, of course, just gossip. If there's anything else I've missed and you want us to discuss here, then get your questions, get your comments, get your links for stories in those comments below. And of course, let us know your thoughts on everything we're talking about today. Thank you for getting involved. When I see Simon, Glenn, Jay, Harry, Eddie, Daniel, 94J, Reedy, Raheem, Paul B, Eddie Tavares, Sorab, Andre, loads of people in the comments. So thank you very much for joining us in the comments, guys. I've got 5 new members that I need to shout out as well. Thank you to James Marshall. Thank you to BSA. Thank you to Ryan Belmont. And thank you to 94J Reedy for joining AdamMcKola TV in the last couple of hours. We are now at 69 Giggity members. Of course, the target by the end of this month is 100, so we've got 31 more to go. If you can join, click that join button, and I'll post a new Discord members, Discord server link, whatever it's called. I'll post a new Discord link in the community section for the members later on today, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'll post it as soon as we are done here. But we are looking at that news regarding Jadon Sancho and regarding these reports coming out about Real Madrid. Now, Sport Witness, thank you to them. They've translated the article that comes from AS. And the England International is on the front page of today's edition of AS. And it's stated that Real Madrid are looking at Sancho. He's got 20 goals, 20 assists, 17 goals and 17 assists in the league. But in all competitions, 20 goals, 20 assists this season. He's claimed an excellent relationship between Real Madrid and Dortmund would allow positions to be reconciled if the 3 parties sit at the table. However, the player's desire will remain important as he wants to make a jump to a top club in his quest for individual and collective goals. AS report Manchester United want to sign Sancho and make him their new Cristiano Ronaldo. They state the Premier League side have not found such a talent since the Portuguese forward left the club in 2009. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's idea is to partner the Dortmund wide man with Marcus Rashford to form a young attacking division at United. According to the claims, the Old Trafford club offered €140 million for Sancho in February, but the German side turned down their proposal. That hasn't been reported in Germany, and the figure seems too high to offer so early in a transfer race. Even though Real Madrid are looking at Sancho, United are unlikely to face any competition from them in this upcoming window. The report adds the La Liga club are thinking about Sancho for 2021, and that's because Zinedine Zidane's, listen to this guys, side have ruled out any big money signings this summer. So I've got to say, this story that's coming from AS, they've splashed Jadon Sancho over double pages here, big pictures of him, big headlines, Real Madrid in for Sancho, all this kind of chat, and they don't even want him this season. They don't even want him this summer. So, and they haven't even got money for a big... So the biggest story here should be, for me, Real Madrid ain't got the piece for Pogba. Now, obviously, we kind of already knew that. But that is the takeaway I'm getting from this. Real Madrid haven't got the peas. They have not got the piece. How are they going to compete with us for Jadon Sancho next summer? They're not competing. If United get a deal done this summer, he's gone. He's not theirs. And if they've got no money, that's even better news for us this summer because it means they can't get Paul Pogba. Juventus are already backing out of a deal. So it's double whammy. It's double whammy. In terms of Jadon Sancho, in terms of Paul Pogba. And the claims that United offered 140 million euros. If we had already offered 140 million euros to Dortmund, who reportedly want 90 million quid, they would have snapped our hands for that. They would have took it ages ago. They would have took this money. I wouldn't believe anything written in these stories at all. I genuinely wouldn't. I think Manchester United will have competition for Jadon Sancho's signature. I believe that competition will mainly come from England, although it could possibly come from elsewhere. But who is going to have the money to spend close to £100 million on Jadon Sancho? I believe United would have probably been budgeting for that for a while, and I get a feeling he's going to be coming to United very, very soon. These rumours are not deterring me from that. United Arca says AS News is totally fake. Fabrizio Romano said he was expecting a serious bid before the lockdown, but there is no such bid. He said this thing in the month of May. And yeah, I know. I keep up to track with what Fabrizio is saying as well, bro. I agree. I'm not reading anything into this. Obviously, we're covering the latest news, and this was what it was in the news today. And we're rubbishing this news today. Imagine the summer if we get Sancho and Pogba commits his future to the club, then maybe one more 50 mil signing, says Matt. We could, if we can end this season on a high, keep getting better, playing better football, improving as it goes along, then when it comes to the end of the campaign, if we've got Champions League football, Jadon Sancho, Paul Pogba stays, going into next campaign, it's going to be very, very positive. But we've still got a lot of work to do. We still need to guarantee we've got Champions League football next season. We have to. Sancho will either be at United or stay put in Germany, says Sean. Basically, United have to sign him now before the others can compete in financial terms anyway, says Paul B. And we may start doing that because, we might have money that others haven't and we could get a few signings under the table. Minnie's on form again, says that man Dan. Afternoon. I haven't seen Minnie's comment yet. Are you sure Real's not looking at Lingard, says Minnie. How you doing, Neil? 94J Reedy says, please say I made it 69. You were the 69th member, mate. You were literally the 69th member. You were the last one to join. Great work there. But thank you very much to you guys that have joined. Get joining if you can. Get super chatting if you can. Get your comments, get your thoughts in on all that we're discussing today. Jadon Sancho, could he be going to Real Madrid next summer? So not even this summer, coming up next summer. Could he be going to Real Madrid? Will that happen? I think not. I think if they're going to want him, they're going to have to come in for him this summer. And by the sounds of things, that's not possible because they haven't got the money to do that. So, I don't want to sound smug and I don't want to sound overly confident, but things are lining up well for United in terms of this Jadon Sancho stuff. We've got to say so ourselves. Also, the Premier League have confirmed the clubs can play friendlies. But it's much like Sunday League for the players. All the players have to drive to the game on their own. A coaching member of staff would have to be refereed. They can't get an official referee as referees haven't been tested yet. So you could have players running the line and all that kind of thing like you see at Sunday League football. Players would have to drive themselves in their own kit and all those things to wherever the game is. So teams can play behind closed doors friendly. So it'd be interesting to see whether United would try and televise something on MUTV before the league campaign starts. Can they arrange a friendly with someone, or an inter-squad friendly and put it on telly? I don't know. But you never know. It wouldn't surprise me if they tried to get something out of it in terms of maybe MUTV subscriptions or getting a game that they can show on their telly, selling it to beat. You don't know, but the clubs are now able to play in friendlies and prepare for the season. Like I said, the Sal Niguez announcement was him announcing that he's part of a new football team, and I don't mean leaving Atletico Madrid. I mean, he's in the middle of a 7-year contract. Whoever thought he was going to announce a transfer, him the player, in the middle of a season, in the middle of a contract, when the transfer window isn't open, is just bananas. But obviously, he's announced that he's getting or he's part of a new club in terms of ownership. And United were reported to have been leading the race for this Kai Havertz, which we'll discuss as well at some point today. Sancho is odds on to join United as Spider-Man. What about this for a fact, says Arca? When Martial is 29, Mason will be 23. Our striker position is set. And I'll be about 40. Jesus Christ. Sky have said Paul Pogba is fully fit, which is a huge boost. Be good to get some game time in his legs before the season restarts, as Daniel. Paul Pogba. I was watching some of the the training clips and things like that, and I'm beginning to get excited for football again and seeing Manchester United. I forgot how much I just miss watching United play football. Especially this team's a bit more likeable now, isn't it? You like the lads a little bit more. You want to see them do well. Not that I didn't want to see United do well before, but this is a good bunch of lads, and I'm looking forward to seeing them back out there. That is David Beckham on the t-shirt for those that are asking. It's an Art of Football t-shirt. Sorry for that yawn. When does the transfer window actually... No one actually knows, Paul, because the seasons are still going to be going into July. So nobody actually knows when are they going to delay the transfer window until all the seasons are finished? And then is it going to be a shorter window, or is it going to go into September and when the next campaigns have started? Because England moved their transfer window, didn't we? So we moved our transfer window. Now I think they were going to change it back anyway, but now what happens? They did look sharp and happy in training. I imagine they would be, like, they've been trapped indoors for a long time. They would have been happily to just get out there and play some ball. Ross thinks we have a good chance of winning the Europa League. I forgot where we were at with the Europa League. So it was the last 16, right? We were at the last 16 stage. Is that correct? So this is the latest rumours in regards to the Champions League and Europa League. The Europa League and Champions League could be concluded in Lisbon in a tournament format, with the final 8 competing before the start of the 2021 season. Remember, I've been saying this to you. UEFA are going to want a sort of tournament to replace 2020 this campaign. Are set to join the Serie A, La Liga, Premier League are set to join Bundesliga and returning behind closed doors to complete the current season. However, UEFA are yet to confirm what will happen with both the Champions League and Europa League tournaments. There were 4 remaining round of 16 games to play before the outbreak of the COVID-19 brought the world as we know it to a grinding halt. Both tournaments will resume in the first week of August, but reports claim there could be an 8-team tournament to determine the winners. According to reports, UEFA will make an executive decision on June the 17th, and clubs are pushing for a more hurried version. With Istanbul set to forfeit the rights to host the Champions League final due to financial reasons, the report claims the Estadio de Luz and the José Alvalade stadiums could be used in Lisbon. With teams keen to have relaxation period before the start of next season, the logistics of staging games across the continent is unlikely, and so Lisbon could host a final 8 knockout tournament. This means there would be no second legs to games, and the expedited process would mean the Champions League final could be held on August the 22nd. The remaining Women's Champions League games would be staged in Vienna, with the final taking place in... Oh, the women... Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realise that last bit said Women's Champions League. I was thinking, why am I reading twice about the Champions League? Okay. Got it. So the Women's Champions League will be the week after the Men's Champions League final, August the 22nd. And the next league campaign could be starting in the middle of September. So imagine that, you have the Europa League final in the last 2 weeks of August. And then about 3 weeks later, the new season starts. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff could be going ahead in terms of, you know, all of that football and how much football we get. We are going through to the last day. It says, yeah, that's correct. We're 5-0 up, aren't we? We had the home leg against LASK to come. I wonder if they'll just forfeit that. Right then, let's have a look at these Kai Havertz rumours that we missed talking about yesterday. Because I went off on one. There were reports Man United were leading the race as 50 million Kai Havertz. Solskjaer plans double transfer sweep with Jadon Sancho. United are leading the race for Germany's next big thing, Kai Havertz, according to reports. The Red Devils think Bayer Leverkusen's talented forward, Havertz, 21 next week, is exactly the kind of young all-round player they want for the future. Manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is already working on a sweep for England attacker Jadon Sancho, but now it could be a double raid on the Bundesliga. United want to proceed in the summer as they know Havertz's value will only increase. They are expected to start with a 50 mil offer, but may need to go further to get their man. Havertz has caught the eye this season with goals for Leverkusen. He has 15 strikes in all competitions. But United believe he can play wide in the front three as well as through the middle. They see former youth player of City, Sancho, playing down the right. So Havertz would probably be down the left with Marcus Rashford through the middle. I'm going to dash my phone away about. The fuck, where's Anthony Martial in all your equations? You only remember about the English lads and the lads that you're trying to fucking link us to. Martial's a better 9 than Rashford. Rashford's great on the left. So why would we drop Martial to put Rashford in his position up front? So that's the Kai Havertz story. He's also been linked with Real Madrid, Chelsea, everybody. But we're leading the race, apparently. I don't believe it. He's obviously a very talented player, very good player. But do I think, do I think, nah, it's not happening. It's not happening. We've got over 200 people watching, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Get hitting that like button right now. Can we hit 150 likes while we are on the stream? Get commenting. Get your super chats in if you've got any questions. Get your thoughts in on all the transfer rumours and the latest headlines, of course, as well. Any new links? Because there's not a lot else for me to talk about. Neil, Fish, Tim, Veda, Claire. Anyone got any links for me? Claire says I'm in the dressing room. I'm not. No, I'm in a makeshift studio that I've knocked together in this quarantine. P Savage, you are well late, but you're still here. Better late than never, I suppose. Veda says Saul's another overrated player. I disagree with him being old. Well, then again, I don't know who you've been listening to, but I don't think he's overrated. Personally, I think he's a very good player. I'm just a little bit realistic in the fact that I don't think we're going to be signing him. How you doing, Kartik? I'm good, thank you very much. We've been linked with Chiesa too. Let's see where these Chiesa links have come from. This isn't the first time we've been linked with him, is it? Federico Chiesa. Fiorentina's forward. Let's have a look. What's the latest story? He's been linked with Chelsea a lot. And the latest news is Fiorentina want no swaps. I reckon Chiesa will probably end up at Juventus or something like that. Oh, and there's a link with Juventus. Juventus are reportedly prepared to offer Mattia Perin, Daniel Rugani, Luca Pellegrini and Cristian Romero in exchange for Fiorentina star Federico Chiesa. What the fuck? This is when you know transfer rumours have gone absolutely bonkers. 4 players for one. I know Juventus have got no P's, but where the hell Fiorentina going to get all the money to pay for these cunts? Oh yeah, we'll send you our whole under-23 side for your Federico Chiesa, and now we've got to pay fucking £200 million a year to pay for all of them. What the hell? Do these journalists, you know, when they're writing these stories, do they ever think like, you know, like when we read these stories out on here, and you can see me reading the story, and then halfway through the story, I'll think, what the fuck? That's a load of shite. Don't these like ever think when they're writing these stories that this is full of shit? Because it is. It absolutely is. Victor Osimhen's another man that's been linked with us. Media makes a lot of stuff up, says PJ. I think Phillips from Leeds should be someone we can look at. Need a promising CDM, says 94J Reedy. If Leeds get promoted, I can probably see them not getting rid of him. There'll be a lot of good feel-good factor there. And they'll be able to say, oh, we rejected United and all that bollocks. He'd become a legend. If they didn't get promoted, he'd probably leave. Any news on Thomas Partey, says Ross Murphy. What are these friendlies about? Should I rewind? Pete, they're just basically the Premier League have given the clubs permission to organise their own friendlies within strict guidelines, like players driving themselves there, players washing their own kit, not having etc. etc. Kartik says Gazzetto dello Sport linked him to us, but he's going to Juve in the future. Dream transfer window: Sancho, Grealish, Dembele, and Sumare, says Fiseo. Keegan Gilbert's in the hizzy. Juventus should stick to buying players on a free. They are good at doing that, says Ross. Now they're just trying to get rid of everybody on a free. Here, take him. God. As far sources are saying we should sign Sancho, Bellingham, and Grealish. What do you think? How much would you rate this transfer window? Sancho on his own, I'd rate that signing 10 out of 10. It's exactly what we need. It should be our first choice player in the position we need, everything. Bellingham, I think I'm a little bit, I want that to happen. 6, 7 out of 10. I think it's likely to happen. Obviously, he's going to have interest from elsewhere. But he'd be a very good player to chuck into the squad. And you look at how talented he is, how much more improvement he's going to have. And then you've got, who else did you say there, sorry? Grealish. I'm a bit more sceptical about this. I don't think Grealish is going to come to United. Not because I don't think we're interested. I think we are interested. But I think situations changed. We've signed Bruno Fernandes in January. We're likely to keep Paul Pogba. So with that being said, is there going to be the budget and the space in the squad to sign Jack Grealish? Now, I'd love us to, but you got to be realistic. Now, if we sold, let's say, Pereira, Jesse Lingard, maybe that space opens up for a Jack Grealish. But I think it's dependent on that. And also, what are our plans with Angel Gomez? There's been a lot of talk about him signing a new deal recently. So what are our plans with him? Because you have to consider that as well. Keegan Gilbert has just become the latest member of AdamMcKola TV. Now, I'm going to check for sure, just to double check I'm not going mad. But I'm pretty sure you are number 70. And regardless anyway, I thank you, Keegan, for becoming a member. I appreciate you. I appreciate every single one of you, whether you subscribe or a member. But special thanks to you for becoming a member. And you are the 70th member on the channel. We are 30 away from the 100 target that we have set by the end of June. I can do that with your lads out. So thank you to Keegan for joining. 94J Reedy, who's the 69th member, Giggity. Ryan Belmont, BSA, and James Marshall, who have joined in the last couple of hours. I'd say the last 24 hours because I checked it this morning. So thank you very much to you guys. I absolutely appreciate all of your support. Right, any more talk? I think Ollie wants Grealish, says Neil. I agree. Do you want Grealish, Neil, and the guys in the comments? I haven't seen enough of Bellingham. Would he play for us, or is he better suited going somewhere else for his own career? I want us to get the best of talent, but not turning into Chelsea, just hoarding it. And that's a fair point. Now, at 16, he's handled himself in the Championship. He's an all-rounded player. He's tidy in possession, quick feet. He can play a number of positions, but I think that can come to be a problem as well the older you get if you're continuously playing in different positions. But he is a very talented player. It's the kind of player that United traditionally would go for, and I believe we should go for him. We're keeping Matic, which is a bit of a... Okay, we're keeping Matic. How are you going to fit in Bellingham to this scenario in terms of playing him week in, week out? Maybe Ollie sees him as someone as an alternative on the wings as well. Maybe Taheef Chong's going to go out on loan. That's a possibility. And he could become part of the rotation in those front positions. Maybe we sign him and send him back to Blues. Well, I doubt he'd go back to Blues. send him to Dortmund on loan for a year. Do you know what I mean? In the Jadon Sancho deal. I'm not sure, but it's good to see that we're interested in him, because we should be interested in the supreme talent. Hear what he's saying. We shouldn't be hoarding talent. And that's bang on. If anyone has YouTube Premium, you can get a free membership. There was only one place to drop it. Keep up the good work, man, says Ryan. Yeah, if you have YouTube Premium in select countries, you can get a free membership on a channel. Now, if the price of the membership's mad, you can't use it on that channel. But mine's is fine, so you can use it. So if you've got a premium membership on YouTube, you can use a free membership, which you can apply to my channel. But thank you very much for reminding us of that, Ryan, and thank you very much to you for joining, guys. That have lately joined. Go and check out both of the exclusive videos that we uploaded in the last 2 months, and those are the last 2 exclusive videos, and we've got a new one coming in a couple of weeks at the end of June. And go and check out, after we're finished here, I'll post a Discord link on the community section so you can join the Discord. And if you get to that and it's expired, because it expires after every 24 hours, send me a comment and I'll send you a new one. And we'll get you in the Discord as well, so you can make the most out of your membership benefits. But thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it. Anyway, guys, we're going to start wrapping up very, very soon. Let's get a few more questions and comments in. Shall we do a quick fire? Any quick fire? Quick fire. Come on. Boop, 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 boop. I like doing quick fire stuff, so if you've got any quick fire questions, let us know. Michael Jones says the squad needs depth. Greenwood reminds me more of Berbatov than RVP. I can see why people compare him to Van Persie, but he's very different to Van Persie in terms of how techy he is, how he moves when he's on the ball. I can see what you're saying, although I understand the comparisons of Van Persie. Cheers, P. Glenn, I am not. I've said your name a number of times. Did you have a question, bruv, that I missed? This is from Art of Football. Do you think we'll be able to clear out the deadwood since they're on crazy wages, says Mark? The one we want to clear out is Alexis Sanchez, isn't it? We really want to clear out Alexis Sanchez. That's the one we're worrying about. Now, we are hearing positive news in terms of Italy, that Inter Milan may keep him for next season on loan. And if we can keep him in Inter next season on half his wages, that would absolutely do me. As long as he's not at Man United, I'd be happy. Isaacus. Yes, mate. Isaac, how you doing, bro? I'm good, thank you very much. Says, hopefully we get Sancho in the box. Fingers crossed Sancho joins United for sure. Hope you are doing well, mate. You were in hospital recently as well, weren't you? Hope everything's going well with that, and you're fully recovered, back on the mend and all that good stuff. Would you take Wesley Sneijder, says Veda? And I think on that note is a note where we end this news today. United Daily Live, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you to those new members that have helped me go from 60 members to 70 members in the last couple of days. And make sure you join if you can. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Get involved. Make sure you're keeping it locked. We've got Master Debaters coming up later on today. And for now, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.